Hello, freak bitches. I mean, after we do a few episodes here, we'll be like, oh, this is the spot.
After a fight companion. And
yeah. Especially once the boozing starts again. Once the boozing and the weed starts again in November. Yeah.
How hard has that been for you?
Easy.
Really?
Super easy. Like, the other day we went to Mexican food and I wanted a margarita and I went, damn, I can't have a margarita.
Yeah.
That's it. That's literally my only craving. People talk to you about, like, because the initial thing wasn't quitting weed, right? The initial thing was just getting Bert Kreischer to not die. So, like, our idea was, like, let's see if we can get him to go sober for a month.
Yeah.
And he was like, I can run a marathon. I'm like, what? Stop.
Yeah.
Fuck this. You're not going to run a marathon. We're like, listen, how about instead of you running a marathon, we just have you do 15 hot yoga classes? And they're like, oh, that'll be easy. I'm like, you guys haven't even done one.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know if it's easy.
Right.
So now they're slogging away through, like, I think they're all at like number 6 or 7 right now.
Do we have video of Bert in a hot yoga class?
No video, no, but they take videos after him and Tom get out, and they're both, beat red and covered in sweat. It's pretty obvious they
Towel
went through
is
it.
just drenched.
Yeah. But Bert has
Wow.
done amazing. First of all, his blood pressure has dropped radically. He was
Wow.
actually on high blood pressure medication.
Yeah.
And after stopping drinking, just immediately his blood pressure dropped, like, radically.
Yeah.
So, like, he doesn't even need blood pressure medication if he doesn't drink.
That's
like,
amazing.
it's the only thing that's doing him in is the booze.
Right.
So, but people would come up to me about the weed. So the weed wasn't in the original bet. The original bet was just no booze,
Yeah.
which I thought would be pretty easy. And then they're like, all right, we're going to go no weed too. And I was like, no weed? Fuck you. Like, I'm just doing this for Bert. Like, I don't want to stop smoking. And then they were giving me a hard time about it. They started this hashtag Pray for Joe campaign because I was addicted to pot.
Uh-huh.
So I initially thought I'll just get off weed and not tell them until the end and go, it was fucking easy, you pussies.
Yeah.
But then Ari was making such a big deal out of it. I had to say, actually, dude, I'm not smoking pot either. Just to let the cat out of the bag. Tom Segura already knew. But people would come up to you like you're not eating for a month. Like, you okay?
Yeah, right,
Like,
right.
how do you feel?
Yeah.
Are you off heroin for good?
But it's such a part of, I don't know, for you, it never seemed like an addiction. For my vision of you doing drugs is it's always mind expanding and it's always just to relax. It's never like an addiction. It never felt like you needed to.
I definitely don't need it, obviously, because I've had some great sets too, which has been very interesting. Because I usually like to go on stage high. I haven't done that at all though. No pot for 17 days. Is that what today is? What's today? The 17th. So no pot for 17 days.
Where do you miss it the most before going on?
No, I haven't missed it.
Wow.
It's been weird. I was like, maybe there's going to be a moment where, like, wow, I'd like to have some weed. I'm a little nervous about smoking again.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm going to get so high that I'm going to be so paranoid. And all these demons are going to come creeping up into my consciousness again. All the paranoid psychic demons.
Right.
They're just going to come floating by.
It's like that first orgasm after you get your prostate removed.
Yeah, man, for real. Like once you're back, it's just, it just seems like, it's going to hit you way, way, way harder.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's what everybody says.
Yeah.
You take a month off and then you get back on the pot. Then you know why everybody freaks out when you get them high. Because we're so used to getting high that when we get high, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
But when people don't get high and they're like, oh, I'll smoke a little weed with you, but they haven't smoked pot maybe like 6 months or something like that.
Yeah.
Those people are fucked.
Right.
They're in a bad place.
Yeah, I got a nice, easy rhythm going. I got the little vape pen, and when I'm on the road, Thursday, Friday night, couple hits. That's pretty much it.
And you never do it before shows, right?
Never, ever.
And you took a long time. Like when I first met you, way back in the day, when we first started out, you had just quit booze.
Right.
Like, just quit.
Yeah.
And you weren't doing nothing. No pot, no booze, no nothing. Like, what was it that made you realize, I could smoke a little weed?
It was New Year's Eve of, I turned 40, 2004.
Whoa.
So I had not smoked pot for 14 years.
Whoa.
Or drank or anything. And then I'm standing outside of the Improv in San Francisco, and I'm with, I won't mention the manager's name, but a manager who smokes a lot of pot that we all know and love. And the entire cast of the Marijuana Logs. It's Doug Benson, Tony Kameen, and Brian Posehn, and they're all there. It's just like a weird thing where, I don't know if you've ever done New Year's Eve in San Francisco, but there's like 3 different venues that all do comedy. There's Cobb's, there's the Punchline, and then there's a big theater, the Palais, the Palace of Fine Arts or whatever. And then there's an after party at the Punchline. And it's the greatest after party because usually you go on the road and after your show, you're just kind of alone. Maybe you got your opener or whatever and you hang out. But this is always like, every comic in San Francisco comes together. And I'm standing out front and they're standing there with a joint and they hand it to me. And I felt like this is the moment I'm supposed to smoke pot again. And I did. And then the weirdest fucking thing happened is I went down to help Molly. She had a van coming from the Palace, and she had a box of booze that had been the backstage bar. And she's carrying a bottle of vodka, and she's walking towards the steps, and this group, we were talking about San Francisco homeless people before, group of they're like 21, and they're like street urchins. Yeah. They're like, it's almost like, the Warriors come out. It's like that type of person. And they grabbed the bottle of booze out of Molly's hand. And I'm standing there with Todd Barry, Paul F. Tompkins, and I think Greg Proops. There's like 2 guys in suits. And so they grab this bottle from Molly, and she chases after them. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? That's not your booze. It's the club's booze. And she runs right in the middle of them. And she grabs the bottle, and she's fighting with this woman over it. Oh, and Jesus. These guys are surrounding her, and I run in. And I grab her and start pulling her out. But at the same time, guys, fist cocked, waiting to take a shot at me. And I'm yelling to these guys, hey, how about a little help here? And nothing. And so I kind of pull her out of there. And we half run away. And then as we're walking up the stairs, they threw a Blockbuster, an M80.
Oh, Jesus.
And it landed right near us. And it blew out. Oh, and there was a lesbian.
For people who don't know what that means, it's a firecracker, like a super big.
It's an eighth of a stick of dynamite.
Is it really that much?
Yeah, that's what an M80 is.
Jesus Christ, I didn't know it was that powerful.
Yeah, I mean, you feel it in your chest. And blew out Molly's hearing for like a year. And people were crying. It was like really traumatic. And I'm high. I'm like, this is the fucking worst. After 14 years, I was just like, fuck, this is nuts. I was walking the girl back to the hotel because she was sobbing. I wasn't Tig. It was a lesbian comedian who had a girlfriend with her. And yeah, it was fucking crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah.